Yeah, it's Monday. So you know what time it is? Time for a second take. Screw the intro. We gotta get straight into this. We've got too much to talk about this week. So those who don't know, second take is when we look back at the week that was. So let's get straight into the comic book news. We finally got ourselves a new look at the cast of Batman v Superman. Well, I've got to admit, I'm still a little skeptical on Gal Gadot, but I'm not as harsh as I was. I've completely smoothed on Ben Affleck. I'm totally won over from it. I'm looking forward to seeing him now in the role. When it was first announced, I was one of those that was up there screaming and hollering, "What? That's the same bullshit. They fucked up the movie. The world's gonna end. Armageddon is upon us." But no, I think he's gonna do pretty good. Affleck. He's been a decent actor over the years, even in bad films, and he's an amazing director. You all know that. Even though he's not directing this, you have to imagine his presence on set will influence Zack Snyder to step his game up and get into the intricacies of these characters. There's a whole bunch of images that EW, who would have thought Entertainment Weekly would be the one that would suddenly kind of get all these scoops. It's usually Empire magazine that unveiled all of this shit, but this ain't all EW unveiled this week. They also unveiled a new look at Deadpool. On their alternative cover for their Comic-Con coverage. Oh, Lord. Tell me that don't look good. Tell me that don't look good. Fucking sexy as fuck. Yes, I said Deadpool looks sexy. Nah. We also got a look at some behind the scenes images of Deadpool with teenage Negasonic teenage Warhead. Yeah. What may be the most epic name I think I've ever heard for a superhero. I love that name, man. I may even name my firstborn. Fathers are the ones that get to name the kids, right? It should be law. It should be the law. Mothers birth the kids, we name them. And if that's so, Negasonic Teenage Warhead will be my firstborn daughter's name. It's too good. This is a fucking awesome name. How can you grow up not to be an amazing human being with a name like that? If you name your child Zeus, that kid ain't gonna be fucking sweeping floors or flipping burgers when they're grown up. They're gonna be something. You can't be called Zeus and not be the motherfucker. You have to rise up to the name. So, I digress. Let's get back to it, man. So, back to the EW cover, the Batman v Superman version. Now, once you get into it, we also get a better look at Lex Luthor with hair. Jesse Eisenberg, obviously, playing the role. Looking like a total douchebag, I must say. I still am yet to be convinced by this casting. Now, I like Jesse Eisenberg. He's a good actor. Consistently a good actor. I guess it's more just the interpretation of Lex. You know, everyone has their own version of a certain character in their head that they've kind of had for how many, whatever years that have been defined by either something that they've read. Did some people see Lex Luthor as how he was in the old Christopher Reeves film? Some people see Lex Luthor depicted as how he was in the cartoons, and you know, everyone has their own thing. So this will be a whole new generation's version. Now, this image is interesting. Bruce Wayne getting kinda up close and personal with Wonder Woman. What do you think that's about? Do you think he knows who she is or what she is? You know, in my Batman v Superman trailer reaction, I've got a lot of flack over the theory. Now, I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm going to wait till Comic Con comes along. Or should I talk about it? Fuck it. Basically, I don't think they're going to go with the classic Wonder Woman being of magical, mythical descent. Her being created, well, there's various versions of it, but there's ones where she's like the daughter of Zeus, and ones where she's being made from clay and blessed by Zeus, the gods, to become a real life baby. I don't think they're gonna go anywhere near that. We've seen with Marvel that they kind of made the Norse gods basically aliens. They're basically aliens from another world. They're not really gods. They just live a long time, but they don't really count as being gods. So they made it more believable. The problem is Marvel's done that with Thor. So Warner Brothers can't really copy that. They can't make Zeus and Athena and all these other mythical gods aliens or someone from another planet because they'll be copying Thor. And I don't think it fits in the reality, the world that they're building for the big screen for these to literally be real gods. You know, that's just my opinion. So like you kind of have this. They may do. I could be completely wrong. They may decide, fuck it, we'll just go for it and make these old gods. Like this is a world where old gods do exist. So you know, it could be. There was talk that there was at least one version of a script floating around where Wonder Woman was in fact part Kryptonian of descent. That was controversial. I got a lot of shit from that from a lot of Wonder Woman fans and Superman fans. Like, but Wonder Woman ain't Kryptonian. She's a creature of myth. She's a princess. How can she be from Krypton? I think that they're gonna make her partly Kryptonian from descent, possibly spawning from that empty pod that we saw in the old Kryptonian ship that was buried in the Man of Steel, which had been there for thousands of years. And that empty pod, we don't know when. There's a comic book out there, which another one you guys mentioned to me, that tells the story of a young woman getting out of the pod and getting out into the world. But what you don't know in that comic is when that took place. When in history. What didn't tell you whether it was a modern time, which I don't think it was because it was long shit. But I don't think that was modern age. I think that was way back in antiquity. So this chick has gotten out of the pod, gone into the world, and she's basically been treated like a goddess because she's Kryptonian. She can fly. She has all these powers. So basically, people see her and she's basically Hera. You know what I'm saying? And she simulates in society as best she can, being seen as a god by everyone around her. But she chooses a mate, has children, and what you have is this bloodline of partly Kryptonian children who may lose certain abilities. They may not fly. Don't think they're going to make Wonder Woman fly in this. I hope they don't. Because I never really liked Wonder Woman flying. It always was a bit weird. But you know, certain powers will be up down. The strength will be slightly cranked down because it's the mixing of the bloodlines with human and Kryptonian. But a lot of that is still there, resulting in this chick. That's my theory, or part of my theory. There's more to it. A lot of you guys like to throw shit at me for saying it, but hey, I guess with the DC things, because we haven't truly gotten the ball rolling with the DC movies, it's difficult to really get into the idea of making these alternate takes on the characters. With Marvel, they're used to it. Marvel fans are used to it. It's been going for nearly 10 years now with the films, and they've shown that they can adapt. They can stay relatively true to the source material, but still adapt it so it makes sense more into the real world. And they changed a lot. They changed quite a bit. And they took it with their stride. But DC fans haven't really had to come across that yet, because we're still kind of early getting the ball rolling with the whole DC universe. I'm looking forward to this film. The more I hear about it, the more I see about it, the more I'm itching for it. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. In other news, director Selena Ava DuVernay, who was looking to be the lead candidate, who's favored to be the one to be directing Black Panther, ain't gonna happen now. She confirmed that she's out, not doing it. Got other things to do. Back to the drawing board. Oh, and this week we also got our first look at Olivia. Oh, no. Let me get this right. At the Nerd Queen, Olivia Munn, in her role as Psylocke. Training, shall I say, to be Psylocke. Showing that she's got some skills with the blade. You know, I was skeptical. This makes me optimistic. You know, just showing that she's definitely dedicated to it. She's definitely getting some legit skills here. So we're going to see Psylocke as Psylocke should be. Now, I'm curious to know where they're going to go with the whole accent, because Psylocke traditionally was adopted by a British family. She was Captain Britain's sister, so she has a British accent. I doubt that's the direction they're gonna go in. Bryan Singer's shown in the past that he doesn't always care about those, not all the finer details, such as perfect example was with Colossus. We saw in the old like Vex 2, and he didn't have a Russian accent. He was just speaking in a regular American accent. So they've kind of shown that they don't really care that much about those minute details of the characters, that they're willing to just kind of adapt it as they need be. Even with Storm, because she was supposed to have a Caribbean accent, but she never did. Well, she did for about 5 minutes, and then Halle Berry just gave up on it halfway through the first X-Men movie. But yeah, I'm liking this. Olivia Munn, you got my thumbs up. I'm feeling you. Let's take things into the left field for a second. This week in computer game news, we got our first look, and it's amazing to think that this has stayed hidden all of these years. Images from the 1998 prototype of the, I don't even know if they ever even came out with a name for it. Basically, this thing, this weird cartridge slash CD thing, which was built, believe it or not, by Nintendo and Sony. This is before PlayStation. It was the failure of this to actually happen and be released that gave Sony the impetus to be like, you know what, screw it, we're going to do this ourselves. We don't need Nintendo. We can do this. We can build our own console. Hell, we can succeed. And they friggin', yeah, they did pretty good. But that baffles me that this could have existed, you know? That's crazy, right? Cartridges and CDs. It's basically a dual console. It's a damn shame I never saw the light of day. And it's crazy to think that this has stayed hidden. Somebody's had this. Because you can see, like, it's yellowing. So it's definitely been out there. It's been in the light. It's been turning crazy colors. Somebody's had this on a shelf or in a box or in their attic since 1988. And seriously, it has to be more than one. It has to have been more than one. Come on. I wonder if it works. Like, really? Basically, I think that's Super Nintendo cartridges with, I don't even know what the fuck that bit is at the bottom. So that is it from our comic book heavy second take today. Given that we're only a week out from Comic Con, it makes sense that a lot of things been leaking out to do with comic books, comic book movies, and superhero films. And only I'm not sure the global date, but for us over here in UK, we're about 2 weeks away from Ant-Man dropping. A film which I've slowly become more and more excited for. Yeah, 2 weeks. Can't wait. Comic Con next week for the States, so we're gonna see what gets unveiled. New news, new images, new trailers, hopefully, which I hopefully will be able to react to without getting any more copyright strikes. Thank you, YouTube. So that's it from this week, guys, from the second take. Our quick look back at the week that was. Oof. So what did you feel about Batman vs Superman, the first look? Were you impressed? Did you like it? How are you feeling about Gal Gadot? Have you warmed up to it? Have you seen enough images, artist renderings and promo shit that's got you kind of feeling like, yeah, she may be pretty good after all. I'm gonna give her a go. Or are you, like me, still skeptical or a little cautious? Have you been won over by Ben Affleck? I personally have. I'm definitely willing to give him a go. Ooh, and how do you feel about the new Deadpool images? That cover is sick. This may be the sleeper hit for me as far as comic book movies. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, guys, any more questions? Let me know. Let me know your opinions on all these topics that I mentioned today. If you got anything you want me else, and if you got anything you want me to talk about during the week as the news breaks, just give me a holler. Either hit me with a direct message or message down below, and we'll add it into the next episode. Once again, I'm Eddie Reese, and this has been my second take. If you like the video, please subscribe. You know the rules. Come on, show me love. Give me a thumbs up. Spread the word, takers. Build this up. Let's turn this world into a taken nation unified. So until next week, guys, this has been my second take.